Coffee, spelled backwards, is EFOC, which is funny, because until I've had my coffee, I don't give EFOC about any. Coffee, spelled backwards, is EFOC, which is funny, because until I've had my coffee, I don't give EFOC about any.
Yo. I said, yo. Hold on. Let me just I got to get my situation propping right. Damn, why is I can't get my audio? There we go. Much better. Playoff time is right around the corner, y'all. You know I could not go without live screaming. Playoff time is coming. Even though I think this regular season is utterly trash. I didn't go on too many live for so many games because I've been busy. I had health problems, all this other stuff. But the NBA this season has been trash. And you could make a case this has been one of the worst generations for basketball. This gen of basketball sucked balls. Ass with a capital A. But this live stream is brought to you by Unsweetened Tea. Unsweetened Tea. Drink the coffee and make you feel better. Yo, what up, Ash? We're going to go over some playoff period things. Right now, we got the play-in tournament going on. Golden State Warriors is playing the Los Angeles Clippers, which is a waste of a game. Which this whole play-in is a waste. The Warriors shouldn't even have a chance. Okay? The Warriors should not even have a chance to be in the playoffs. Not a single chance. Not at all. Hot doodle this year. Go back and recoup and become back better. Boy, are they wasting Steph Curry's years. They like literally wasting that man's years. Or some bullshit, son. They literally wasting this man's years. You know. But it is what it is, though. wasting this man's years. But we got a lot of NBA coverage to talk about. 68 to 62. The Clippers should be trying to bury this Warriors team. No, Steph Curry don't want to be wasting his time with this bullshit. Because whoever's the number 8 seed is going to go home anyway. All right? What they're battling for the 7th and 8th seed, those seeds are a waste. You're just going to go to the playoffs to say hi, then you're going to say bye-bye. Right? These guys are battling for what? It's the 8th and 10th, so I guess they're battling for the 8th seed? I don't know how this stuff goes, man. It's just stupid. But let me try to pull up some of these standings. Let's see. I'm trying to pull up some of these standings. Cheers here. Let's see if I can get this right. Yes. All right. There's let's see what we got here. Okay, let's click on this. Boom. Let's click on this. We got. Okay. This is a good. Oh, hold on. I got to get it out a little more even. This is a good breakdown a little bit. Let's just try to. Okay. There we go. We got OKC battling. Okay, the winner of the Clippers, I guess this Clippers and Warriors game becomes the 9th seed. Then they battle for the 8th. I don't know how to go. I forget how this thing goes, but it's trash. All right. So whoever's going to play up against whoever's going for the 8th seed, I think it's this Clippers and Warriors team. They're going to get a first round trip to go home. OKC is going to send that ass home. And the Spurs is going to send whoever home. Spurs definitely going to send the Suns or the Portland home. Those teams is trash. And you got to give props to Victor Wembanyama, man. Victor Wembanyama was beasting this season, right? Straight up beasting this season. But otherwise, I want to talk about this too. Hold on. Okay. We're going to put in. Hold on. J. We're going to put J. Cole. J. Cole basketball. Okay, so I heard this earlier. J. Cole quit professional basketball overseas. As you can see right here, he quit professional basketball overseas, right? With one game. That was it. One game was enough for this man. One game was enough for this man to quit basketball, bro. One game. Is it still sharing? I hope this is still sharing. Let me try to salute. Chi-Town's finest. What up? I'm trying to Clippers gonna go home early. This is the 8th seed is just a waste of time, bro. They're not gonna do nothing. Just a bunch of wasted time. That's all they're gonna do. I'm trying to share this screen. Did you guys see the shared screen that I put up or no? No? Yeah, J. Cole was there for a paycheck. This dude took one game and quit. You think it's easy playing overseas? It's not. I could speak firsthand for that because I played it. I could speak firsthand on that. Hold on. Am I sharing my screen or what? It says share screen. It's really hard to do the sharing screen thing, man. Can y'all see this? I hope y'all see this. I hope you ain't got no technical difficulties going on over here. Okay, yeah, y'all see it. There you go. You see that. Now, you see that matchup. One of the key matchups in the Western Conference. Oh, you don't see it? Damn. Do y'all see it now? I'm trying to. You would think that I would know how to do this since I've been on this platform for God knows how long. You would think I know how to do this. But I'm trying to hit shared screen, and it should be coming up. Nope. Nope. Okay, I guess the shared screen option is not working. Oh, there you go. There had to be somewhere up there now. Now you see one of those key matchups that I like is the Warriors, not the Warriors, it's the Nuggets versus the T-Wolves. That's a rivalry. That's a fun matchup. That's a fun first round matchup. Is the T-Wolves versus the Nuggets. I love that matchup. And a good matchup that I think is going to happen. I think the Lakers go home in the first round. I think Kevin Durant is sending LeBron James home. I think he spoke something about sending an old man home or something like that. Kevin Durant going to send LeBron James home. No Luka, no chance. No Luka, no chance. But this by far been one of the worst regular seasons of all time. This regular season sucked. I really hope that the playoffs make a difference. I really hope so that the playoffs make a difference. But you just never know these days, man. You never know. Let's look at some of these. Yeah, let's just go to the NBA.com and see what they got. .com. NBA.com. Let's see what else we got here. All right. Then we got the Knicks. Oh, the Knicks in Atlanta. The Knicks in Atlanta is not bad. The Knicks in Atlanta is not bad. But my Knicks going to send the Atlanta Hawks home. We beating the Atlanta Hawks. Let's see what else we got. Hold on. Let's see what else we got. We got the Celtics at Philly. Celtics sending Philly home. Celtics going to send Philly home. And let's see. Somebody got his face. Oh, wow. Forget. Detroit Pistons is the number 1 seed. Wow. They get to the second round. They're going to knock off whoever's the 8th seed. But the two key matchups is the Lakers versus the Houston Rockets. KD versus LeBron. Old school versus old school. Veteran versus veteran. And my pick, I got the Houston Rockets knocking the Lakers off in 6 games. Oh, T-Wolves always give Denver problems. They beat Denver in the playoffs too, so don't get it twisted with that. You got Houston at 5, I got Houston at 6. The Knicks and Atlanta Hawks, who you got? Oh, shit, I forgot. That's right. No Luka or no Austin Reeves. I will take that back. 5 games. LeBron goes home in 5 games because without Luka, no win. No. Yes, and Lakers is one of the best teams of the year. But this still goes on LeBron's record. Luka's a top 5 player of all time, not all time, in the league right now. And LeBron, you can't win with a top 5 player. Let's assume that he comes back, right? For the series. But you're supposed to win the championship with a top 5 player like Luka. Luka's arguably a top 5 player. You're supposed to win with a guy like that. And that roster is a good roster. They prove it every year in the Western Conference. But Houston taking them out. Houston knocking them boys off. They going home in the first round. All they have to do is put Luka. Oh, he out 4 to 6 weeks. That's done. Injury prone. He fat, out of shape. He don't play no defense. Being great don't mean nothing if you can't stay on the floor to play. In order to be great, you got to actually play basketball. You got to be on the floor. Yeah, even if Luka do come back to the second round, let's say the Lakers get lucky and they go to the second round. Who knows what Luka's going to be like in the second round? He's coming off an injury. And Austin Reeves is their third best option. It goes Luka, LeBron, Austin Reeves. And you missing two of your best options. That sounds like they may get swept. If KD on his business like that, we all know LeBron can't guard KD. So if that's the case, LeBron's arms too short to box with God. If KD is fully healthy, he's gonna be bombing threes all day long. You know, Houston sending LA home quick. DeAndre Ayton. Yeah, it's a horrible matchup, bro. I mean, like, that is a horrible matchup. Because the Houston Rockets are fully prepared. They're gonna go to the second round. I think Joker gets knocked off. But the best two series is those two. I want to see Minnesota versus Denver. I want to see Lakers versus Houston. You know, just to see two veterans like LeBron and Kevin Durant play against each other. They should guard each other for a lot of this series. LeBron shouldn't shy away from guarding KD and vice versa. Go out with a bang. Let's see if LeBron could put on the show by himself. Let's see if he could go into the fountain of youth and put on the show. He's gonna have the green light. Drop 40 a game. Drop 40 a game. He could be able to shoot whatever he wants. You got OKC in 6. I got OKC in 5. Houston in 5. T-Wolves in 7. Spurs in 5. Yeah, it seems very predictable. How about my Knicks? Chi-Town, how about my Knicks? Knicks versus Indiana Pacers. Atlanta Hawks. Who do you got? And by the way, if you're watching TV shows, Daredevil is out. Monarch is out. A lot of good TV shows is out. The Boys last season is out. You need to really catch up on your TV shows because it's popping. If you want to watch some movies in the theater, there's a lot of good movies in the theater right now too. You know, yeah, we could beat Boston, but I don't think we beat Boston this year. We got them last year. You know, we got them last year. I don't know if we could do it again this year. But if we get past Boston, we should be able to go to the finals because we beat Detroit last year. We beat Boston last year. So if we could beat those two teams the same way we beat them last year, all we have to do is beat the Hawks and we go to the finals. So I'm a little optimistic about my Knicks because I can't say they can't beat Boston because they did beat Boston before. You know, I can't say they can't beat Detroit, but because they beat Detroit before, you know. So we got the capabilities to do it. We got the capabilities to do it. But the Eastern Conference, there's no key matchup I want to see. All those matchups is trash. The Eastern Conference is so trash. Nobody's pumped up for those games. I'm just going to watch them because I'm a basketball fan, but nobody's really pumped up for those matchups. Nobody. When I mean nobody, nobody's, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's really pumped up for those matchups. You know, let me stop sharing. All right. But I know y'all saw that the day, the whatchamacallit. You know what I'm saying? I put up a search and you look at the search was like a bunch of crazy stuff. You know why I don't like sharing screens? Because every time you share screens, you get pop-ups, you get all this crazy shit. And I do a lot of illegal downloading for movies and such. And whenever you do like these illegal downloads, you always get that triple A adult content coming on your computer. It just pops up. You know, you're watching one of the movies that's supposed to be out. Let's just say you're watching Super Mario Brothers, right? The new movie. You know, you're watching it from your computer. It's in the theaters. You're halfway in the movie, then all of a sudden, boom, a big ass comes on the screen. Click me if you want a hot date. It's always that. It's always that. I can never watch these sites without some of these crazy pop-ups. You know, because I don't pay for Apple TV. I don't pay for Netflix. I watch all these TV shows for free and I stream them for free, but it comes with consequences. The consequences is all the pop-ups of adult content. You know, then you get these Japanese anime girl with big tits, her ass is all out and tell you to play the game. It's crazy. You can't even watch a TV show because it pops up sometimes. And sometimes you have to keep clicking on it until you get it frozen just enough to do it. I do the same thing for my boxing fights. I don't pay for boxing fights. No. Boston beats. Okay. Oh my God. Tyson. No. You're not going to the finals, bro. You still have to deal with my Knicks. We beat y'all last year. And I ain't picking Boston like they're unbeatable. Because I'm not sure if y'all could beat Detroit. Yeah, some boxing is on Netflix, Chi-Town. I don't know if that's Floyd Mayweather acting like a biatch, trying to run away from Manny Pacquiao. He don't want to fight Manny Pacquiao. He don't want to put his 0 on the record. Because he know he got past Manny Pacquiao by the skin of his tooth. He had to keep hugging Pacquiao to win that fight. If that fight was just a regular boxing fight, Pacquiao may have knocked this dude out. Pacquiao was catching Floyd a couple times. Whenever there was this boxing, Pacquiao was catching Floyd. All that running around the ring Mayweather was doing, yeah. You're going to watch that on Netflix. And he ain't going to fight. He just touched Netflix for money because he's in debt and he owes a lot of people money. He don't want to box. No, it's not an exhibition. It's a real fight. Allegedly, it's supposed to be a real fight. But Chi-Town, allegedly somebody can't read. Either Floyd can't read, or Manny Pacquiao can't read, or Netflix can't read. Because somebody don't know the rules of the contract. And if I had to pick somebody that can't read, I'm going with Floyd Mayweather. I dare Floyd to read one page out of a Harry Potter book. like 50 Cent said. Boxing is not trash. Boxing is one of the best sports this year. Floyd's supposed to be fighting Mike Tyson in an exhibition fight. That's supposed to be on Netflix. That ain't happening. Come on, Tyson, don't do that to me, man. Boxing is one of the most oldest sports on the planet, and you got a lot of good fights this year. You got a lot of good fights. The Deontay Wilder fight was good. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of good fights this year, man. NFL 1, UFC 2. Where the NBA fits at on that list? The NBA is trash, though, Tyson. Real talk, the NBA is trash. This is the worst generation of basketball. This is the worst generation of basketball. I know Chi-Town was going to agree with him. Chi-Town, stay hating on boxing. I'm the only guy that comes to boxing's defense because I love boxing. I really do. And if you can't, did you see the Keith Thurman fight? Keith Thurman got the brakes beat off him, bro. His face looked like a fucking watermelon with a bunch of holes in it. You don't watch basketball until the Heat versus Hornets game. Oh shit! That says not. That's a bad game to come back to. Don't nobody want to see the Charlotte Hornets and Miami Heat play. Didn't I told y'all? I told y'all that the NBA is expanding, right? That Vegas team, that Seattle team is coming. The NBA is going to have more players in it. Draymond Green is against it. I'm not against it that much. 32 teams in the league. Yeah. Vegas gets their own team. Seattle gets their own team. Seattle's just going to get the Supersonics back. That's all. The NBA is third. I got to go NFL first. Boxing number 2. And MLB and NBA tie. Somewhere in there. Just because of the simple fact that baseball gets real good in playoff time. Especially if your team is in it. You know, baseball is real fun to watch come playoff time. And I feel like the NBA is best come playoff time because the regular season is a dog wash, you know. Yes, boxing over UFC. I say it all the time. Tyson, all the time. You know me by now. Out of all people, you know me. Boxing better than the NBA, I tell you that much. You got so much good fights that came on this year. You bugging. A lot of good fights. No running, dudes getting knocked out. It took place this year. Nah, yeah. You want to pit UFC and they're good, but I ain't pitting it over boxing. I'm definitely not picking over boxing. I got NFL and boxing 1 and 2. Yeah, I know that. That's because boxing don't get that promoted, right? You guys are right about boxing not being promoted, right? It's not that famous. That's because it don't get promoted, right? But a big fight will always sell. A big fight will always sell. Man, this whole play-in shit is trash. Nobody cares about this play-in shit. I don't know why we even watching this stupid stuff for. Why are we watching the Golden State Warriors for? Seriously. Nobody cares if this team makes it to the playoffs. They're just going to get knocked out. They shouldn't even have a chance to make the playoffs. It's fucking stupid. So you play 82 games just to have it come down to 1 or 2 games and your whole season is up. So what was the point of playing 82 games if you can't lock down the 7th and 8th seed? It's ridiculously stupid. It should be just 82 games and that's it. I will always harp on that. This is so fucking dumb. What if you have a good, you're technically the 7th and 8th seed and you lose the last 2 games of the play-in? Then guess what? You don't make it to the playoffs. That is so stupid. Well, no. The WNBA ain't more popular than boxing. Stop it. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Shit. Clarissa Shields by herself is more popular than the WNBA. She's a woman boxer. Clarissa Shields, yeah, she's more popular than the whole WNBA. You don't know anyone who watches boxing? Bro, I know half of my co-workers watch boxing. Everybody watches boxing low key. They just pick a certain fight or two. And boxing is the best event in sports when it's really good. And it really has 2 boxers that people want to see. A big fight in boxing always ranks supreme. Yeah, you right. You talking about the actual games, an 8-man rotation? I mean, the best players always get played. Actually, straight during playoff time. Is that what you mean? Yeah, Tyson, you trying to get me mad? Chi-Town, that's what he do. He try to get underneath my skin. He automatically going to disagree with stuff that I say. I'm on to him though. At 83 to 89. All my friends watch boxing, football, UFC, baseball, all of that stuff. So my friends are more sports elite people. What? Yeah, NFL is definitely number 1. NFL is the best sport on the world. Hands down, the best sport in the world is the NFL. It's the most entertaining. You don't know who's going to win. It's number 1 right now. It's the best. It's the best. But for me, fuck it. Boxing is great. He said, I know 3 or 4 people that watch the NBA. Hey, Tyson, who wins between my Hawks and Knicks? And don't say the Hawks just to disagree with me, bro. You know what I mean? Stop the cap. You know what I mean? Tell me who wins. Who you got winning? Matter of fact, we don't even need to talk about the 8th and 7th seed because they're going to lose anyway. So we don't even need to talk about this dumb play-in. You know, so it's a waste of time. The 7th seed is going to come to the playoffs. Ooh, it feels good to be here. And they're going to get knocked out. Yeah, because it's trash. The NBA is trash. This generation of basketball is trash. You got no dynasties, no real elite basketball players. American basketball players seem to be disappearing off the planet. How you gonna have an American sport being carried by a bunch of foreigners? Luka, the Joker, Giannis, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, all the best players from another country. Now you got Victor Wembanyama. America looking stupid right now. That shows you that this is the worst era of generation basketball. I'm not saying that. I mean, fair enough. They're foreign players, but foreign players should never be the best basketball players in an American sport from 1 to 5. Arguably. Right? I see 1 or 2 guys in there, cool. But for everyone to be a foreigner, what are we talking about? This is the worst generation of basketball. There's no elite basketball teams. There's no really elite basketball players. There's no guys that you could literally say number 1 because it flip-flops all day. There's no dynasties. Everybody got these bogus stats. People stat pad. Yeah, Anthony Edwards ain't no foreigner, but he ain't the top 5 player, though. A lot of people don't consider him a top 5 player. He's somewhere between 6 to 10. What's your top 5, Taysom? There's no good coaches. There's no good teams, dynasties. There's no good generational talent that could be number 1. It fucking sucks. Guys out here, there's no way a guy like Bam Adebayo is supposed to be having 83 points in the basketball game. That's supposed to be for an elite, true superstar. The fact that he got 83 was crazy. And he's not even a scorer. It's just so easy to score. Guys getting these outrageous numbers. All these bogus ass stat lines. Steph Curry shooting that dang, boy. Yeah, it's a lot of chucking up threes. Nobody play no defense. That's how you get 60 points, 83. All these guys scoring a lot of points. Now, Luka's scoring 60. Luka's an elite basketball player. He's supposed to get 60. But Bam's not supposed to be getting no fucking 83 points in no game. I'm sorry. This man just scored the second most highest points in the game. That's nuts. Nah, the game is trash, bro. You don't play no defense. It's not just the threes. It's the fact that nobody plays no defense, and you got guys looking like superstars when they're not. People just sit there and watch the ball sometimes. When are they going to put some defense back into the league? Then you got the nerve to try to expand. Don't nobody want to see no expansion of 2 more teams? 2 more teams that don't play no defense, that probably get a chance to go to the playoffs and don't even play good. Even the rules suck. Just playing bullshit. And the in-season tournament, trash. What you think you're trying to be, March Madness? Chi-Town, there's so many problems wrong with today's NBA. It's trash. And I think I speak for the people when I say that nobody's watching it for a reason. This shit is trash. When I told people Bam scored 83, you know what they told me? They said, oh, of course he scored 83. Nobody played no defense. We don't care. Some people was like, who? Who's Bam Adebayo? Some people didn't know who that is. He was like, man, we ain't into that. This man scored 83 points, going to the free throw line like 40 times, bro. I watched some basketball games this year, Chi-Town, and it just got boring. Towards like the second half, it got boring because it became a blowout. Yeah, but to be fair, also a lot of people trash on defense. A lot of people be putting up these crazy numbers. But yeah, shame on the Wizards too. You're right on that. Shame on the Wizards. Oh boy. Woo. Excuse me. I'm still feeling under the weather, but it's playoff time. I can't take more days off. I don't want to do it. Yeah, we can all agree on that. Yeah, we can all agree NFL is number one, but we can also agree boxing is in there, baby. All we need is Terrence Crawford to come out of retirement. If Terrence Crawford faced a guy like Floyd, oh my God. Floyd spent 11 years being retired. This man, Floyd was retired for the sport of boxing for 11 years. And now you want to come out of retirement because you got money problems. You should have fought Terrence Crawford like 5 or 6 years ago. Terrence Crawford versus Floyd 5 or 6 years ago would have been a matchup to see. That would have been a matchup to see, man. But Floyd never going to face a guy like Terrence Crawford. He's too young. He's in his prime. Floyd don't want none of that smoke. Then you got a guy in Shakur Stevenson who's supposed to be the next Floyd, but he's boring. How are we going to watch for Shakur Stevenson but he's boring? The whole Tank Davis, he got in trouble with the law, so his fight with Jake Paul, or what was the other, one of the Pauls, that got canceled. Tank Davis would have beat the crap out of Jake Paul. A real professional boxer beats the brakes off Jake Paul. You seen what Joshua did to Jake Paul. Beat the brakes off that man. That's a good fight. Canelo versus Benavidez, but Benavidez will beat the brakes off Canelo. There's a game plan to beat Canelo. It's easy to beat Canelo. If you look at the guys that beat him, they just outbox him because he ain't got that much skill. He got a lot of power. But if you outbox him, you could beat Canelo. Really? Canelo refused. Yeah, Canelo would beat Jake Paul, though. All these professional boxers beat Jake Paul. That's just a wrap, man. All these professional boxers beat Jake Paul. But I'm gonna watch the Floyd and Pacquiao if it actually not canceled. It's on Netflix. Why not watch it? Why not? It's going to be a hugging fest. Floyd ain't going to want to engage with the guy. Oh my God, I hate to say that, but you may be right. Jake Paul may be the biggest draw. I hate to say that. I really do hate to say that. But I have to be honest. I'm not a liar. Based off the revenue that he generates, it seems like he is the biggest draw in boxing. That's a damn shame. Z, are you sure it's an exhibition? Because Floyd is the only one saying that. Pacquiao and everybody else say that it's not. So somebody can't read. '91 to '98. Clippers up. Yeah, every time I go on live, my neighbors get loud. They start making noise. This is why I don't want to go on live, man. I'm just trying to move the fuck up out of here. See? Always noise. Always noise. See, now I got a guy arguing with a girl. Last time there was some crackhead girl screaming and yelling, talking about she's a Mexican and she owns LA, blah, blah, blah. And so you want to see two guys well past their prime fight? Yeah, Pacquiao and Floyd should have fought like 5 years after the first fight. Pacquiao and Floyd robbed us. There should have been a trilogy of Floyd versus Pacquiao. There's no way that the biggest fight in boxing history of the century is only one fight. It should have been multiple fights. Porzingis is going to be a good addition to Golden State. They just got to get healthy next year. They really need Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler, Porzingis, and Steph Curry is a good combo. Man, Steph Curry's prime is just being wasted. It really is being wasted. He wanted to get to that championship number 5. Him or LeBron, neither one of them getting to championship number 5. But LeBron is more closer to championship number 5 because he's playing with Luka and he plays on the Lakers, and the Lakers know how to buy championships. Yeah, it does. It sucks hearing your neighbors, and they don't stop. They always find the right time when I'm doing a live stream. Right? I don't know if you guys can hear, but I get like some technology that says block out the noise, but it's either couples arguing, some random drunk arguing. I mean, LA is really going down the tubes, man. I got to move to the outskirts of LA, but all the money in LA is in the city of LA. You need to move to the suburbs. Then you got to come to the city just to work. That's where all the money's at. He said just spam threes. Yeah, it is. I mean, it is. You're right. You're right, Chi-Town. But I still think the Warriors would be a better basketball team with all those guys on the floor. I think they would have been actually in the playoffs because the Warriors do have a system. Steve Kerr does know how to play does know how to do some winning basketball, and he know how to utilize those guys. And Jimmy Butler on the Warriors is a pretty good addition. He's a two-way player. He plays defense, something that's lost in today's game. Yeah, this is just a 3-point contest, and that's the problem. That's one of the problems. I mean, Chi-Town, you may be on to something with that, especially if the guys don't listen to the plays. You may be on to something. Finally, the noise is done. That, you hear that? Quietness. I mean, LeBron been watched. He do know how to pick up stats. I guess that's all he cares about. I could never get the reason why he's still playing if he's not putting himself in position to win. If you're not making sacrifices to put yourself in position to win. And the only way you're going to change people's ideas and narratives about you is to win. Stats ain't going to do it. You need to put up W's. You can't keep putting up stats and not win. You got to win, man. And as long as you're playing and you know you're behind, you need to catch up. It'd be a different story if he had like 7 championships by now. If LeBron had 7 championships, I kept my mouth shut. If he had 7 championships, 7 finals MVPs, or blah, 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 I would have kept my mouth shut. But he's lacking. He don't even got more chips than Duncan and Kobe. And he tied with Steph. At this point, the only thing that matters in his career is the winning aspect. We don't care about your stats because we know you could get stats. Anybody could get stats. They're like assholes. Everybody got them. That always makes me laugh when people talk about stats all the time, especially in today's NBA, because everybody could get them. Oh, look at my player. He's the best player in the league. He got a triple-double. The next game, another guy get a triple-double. Then the other guy gets 60 points. Then the other guy get 40 points. It's like everybody's just doing the same shit anyway. Everybody got similar stats. So what's the point? The only difference is the winning aspect. That is true. That spot, all those minutes that his son is getting, somebody else can actually get those minutes and help them win. I agree with you on that. But I never understood. I can't tell a guy what to do with his career, but I don't understand LeBron's purpose of still playing basketball. I really don't. Because if you're not playing to win anymore, then what's the point? Even Kobe was like, yo, I'm done. If I ain't going to win no more championships, why am I still playing? I'm Kobe Bryant. I want to be in position to win championships. I don't want to be out here blowing my Achilles and putting up bullshit stats. I mean, you could argue that Bronny is one of those bums. The guy is not a good basketball player. I mean, is he NBA level? I don't think so. I mean, we all know he's only in the NBA because his father is LeBron James. Now, is he better than some other players that got drafted? I don't know. I mean, we could go down the gauntlet. You know, he's a good kid, though. He's just not a good basketball player. Because he's LeBron's son, that's why. I don't know if he's getting more expectations. Nobody got expectations for his son. We all say his son is trash. All we do is just he gets criticized for being in the NBA because people think he's trash. I don't think nobody have no expectations for Bronny James. Nobody expects the kid to be a good basketball player. We all say he's trash. Jalen Hurts or Prime McNabb? Ooh, okay. I'm an Eagles fan. Jalen Hurts is better than Donovan McNabb. Even though he makes a lot of mistakes, both of them do. But Donovan McNabb chokes. He had a lot of examples when he choked. Donovan McNabb let the Eagles down a couple of times. I could at least say Jalen Hurts goes for it more. And he won us a Super Bowl. I'm not going to take the fact away that the Eagles won a Super Bowl. It was one of the best moments in sports for me. So, yeah, you know. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that, you know, but he don't get a lot of attention in terms of being good. All his attention that he gets is that he's trash. I think that's the type of attention I wouldn't want to get, though. You know, but he'll be out the NBA as soon as LeBron retires. Because no way the Lakers will keep him on the roster when LeBron's gone. And the Lakers ain't going to give LeBron what he wants. Right? No, it's not like they're going to play favoritism towards LeBron when he retires. You didn't really do nothing for the franchise. It's not like he won multiple championships for the Lakers. You know, you only helped them win one. You didn't win 5 like Kobe. You didn't win 5 like Magic Johnson. All those guys won those amount in purple and gold. Oh, shit. 2-hour live streams. Wow. I don't know who's doing that, but you ain't going to get that over here. I just said the dude's trash. You know, Bronny James is trash. Does he belong in the NBA? No. Is he taking up minutes from somebody that could really use it? Yes. Am I going to waste my time talking about him all day? No. Is Isaiah Thomas treatment? Yeah, he might. He might. If you find somebody making a 2-hour podcast or stream about Bronny James, they need help. There's way more players you could talk about than that. You know, I'm only talking about him because you guys talking about him in the chat. But I didn't even brought the kid's name up. Mr. Pro. I probably don't even know who that is, bro. I kind of felt sports YouTubers are dying, bro. It's only a little bit of us left. And that goes to show you that the NBA is trash because even sports on YouTube don't hit the same way no more. Oh my God. That guy talks about anything LeBron James. Yeah. Shout out to him, though, but I'm not on his type of energy, though. I'm not on his type of energy. You know, he spend way too much time talking about one player. If you really talk about the NBA, then talk about the NBA, bro. Talk about basketball. Show us what you know about it. Don't tell me about one player all the time. Even if you think the guy's overrated or you think the guy's this, you think he's that. Fine. You don't have to keep telling us. How many times you see me talk about LeBron James and make LeBron James videos? I literally talk about whatever player comes to my mind, right? But I'm a dying breed for YouTubers. Sports YouTubers are dying. It's not that much. It's not that much. It's not that much sports YouTubers that's relevant today. A lot of them are done, gone. Yeah. NBA channels on YouTube is pretty much dead. If you're starting a YouTube channel and you want to cover the NBA, good luck, because you're not going to get that much people want to follow you anymore. All right. Only reason why I and some other people are successful is because we came into the game before it got sour. But now it's pretty much dead. You know. Yeah. Because basketball is almost a dead sport. That's how I know that this generation of basketball is the worst generation of basketball. It don't even got a superstar to gravitate your attention. We don't have a transcending superstar. Basketball needs that, right? You need your Jordans, your Kobe's, your LeBrons. We don't have a single player like that. Who's the next guy that we could compare to such and such and say he's such and such, right? None. You know why they moved towards politics? Because basketball is pretty much dead. That's why. There is no elite of anything, and there's no players that people really gravitate to. And these foreign basketball players, most Americans don't care about. Americans don't care about no Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Americans don't care about Luka. Americans don't care about the Joker. Americans don't care about Giannis that much. Most of Giannis fans are foreigners, at least the ones I know. Most Americans don't like Giannis, don't care about him. Then you got a guy like Anthony Edwards. He got a little bit of a following, but not enough to keep the NBA afloat. He can't be the face of basketball because he don't generate enough attention. Simple as that. They try to promote Anthony Edwards, say he's baby Jordan, he's the next Jordan. That was all marketing schemes to get you to like the guy and talk about him. And that didn't work. Nothing's working. Steph Curry is old. Nobody want to talk about Steph no more. Who else? Kevin Durant. Nobody talks about Kevin Durant no more. There's not that much players that's generational that could draw you in. Name me one basketball player that could generate the attention of a Michael Jordan, a Kobe Bryant, or LeBron James in his prime. Wemby ain't him neither, because most Americans don't care about Wemby. He's not American. And his playing style is not big. He's a big. He don't play like a guard or a small forward. People like those style of basketball players. They like the guys that, you know what I'm saying? I got the tongue sticking out, you know? Wemby's not athletic enough. He's just tall. And most people don't like that style of basketball. Nobody cares about Minnesota. Nobody cares about Anthony Edwards. wait. You know, the NBA needs that star. They need that face of the league. The NBA can't survive without a face of the league. That's one of the problems this generation. We don't have a face of the league. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is boring. Nobody likes him. People don't care about the Joker. The Joker, as good as he is, he looks like he don't care about basketball. He don't show no interest in playing basketball. He gets his triple-double and he goes home. And it's not like this. He shows no emotion. You know? Yes, I said Wemby is great. Wemby's going to be good. But Wemby's just like Kareem. Kareem don't even get talked about a lot. Kareem got so much accolades and people overlook him because he was boring. If Wemby's the next Kareem, he's going to get that same type of treatment. People are going to overlook him. Zach, he's not a guard. He's not flair. He don't get the American pizzazz. Nobody wants to do that. People don't talk about Wemby like that. I talk about Wemby because I'm a basketball fan, but most people I know don't talk about that dude. And part of it is because he's a foreigner. Nobody cares. They like Steph Curry. They like LeBron James, but those guys are old. So you need a new guy to step up. He has to be American. Only Steph and LeBron get talked about, and they don't generate interest no more because they're old. People just lost interest in talking about those guys. There's nothing more to say about them. What you going to say about Steph? He's the greatest three-point shooter of all time? How many times are you going to say it? It's going to get boring. You know, LeBron's career is already cemented. He ain't going to surpass nobody. He ain't going to get to that number one spot. That's over with. Yes, because nobody wants to see old LeBron James no more. LeBron James videos don't even get that much generation that much no more. People don't care about LeBron James videos. The only people talk about LeBron is people that still think that their channel needs to talk about LeBron for ratings. I remember people used to say, oh, when LeBron retired, you ain't going to have nothing to talk about in basketball. That's not true. I'm always going to have a basketball player to talk about. But will we ever see a basketball player that generate that type of attention? You may never see that again. The only three guys to do that was Kobe, LeBron, and Jordan. I mean, it's the Lakers. I mean, of course, the Lakers are going to be the most watched thing, but I don't think the Lakers are the most watched team because of LeBron. I think they're the most watched thing because they're the Lakers. They're in a big market. And Luka gets a lot of advertisement now. You know, but I see the LeBron videos. I see people talk about LeBron. People don't care about it as much no more. Does he still track attention? Yeah, but not as much as he used to. That's what I'm trying to say. And it's not enough to keep people interested no more. You know what I'm saying? Luka got a fan. I'm not saying Luka don't got a fan base. He just don't got a fan base like an American basketball player to be the face of the league. Do you think Anthony Edwards, if he was on the Bulls, the Knicks, that he'd get more attention, that people would like him more? Chi-Town? Do you think Anthony Edwards could be the face of the league? He's in multiple commercials. Okay, so you think that? Stray disagreed with you on that. I'm 50-50 with it. Because if he's in a big market, I know he'll get promoted more. If Anthony Edwards is playing for the Bulls, he's going to get promoted more. He played for the Knicks, he's going to get promoted more. Right? So even if he's playing on a team like Miami, he'll get promoted more. It's just the fact that it's Minnesota, man. Minnesota is just Minnesota. Nobody wants to watch Minnesota. Nobody even want to buy tickets to watch the Minnesota play. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's true in a lot of NBA cities. All they care about is the football. I'm sure in Washington, all they care about is the Redskins. Right? Right? So they don't sell tickets in their own stadium. You know? But I don't know. Do you think Anthony Edwards have the ability to be a superstar? Like, do you think people like him that much that he could get talked about like the same level like Kobe Bryant and LeBron James been talked about? I don't know. But he is the closest, I tell you that much. Wemby's good. You know, I like Wemby. I just don't think that the fact that he's not American, he don't get that swag. I don't think people like him that much. They're just going to give him props and say he's good. He's going to get the Tim Duncan treatment. He's going to get Tim Duncan and Kareem treatment. Wemby could win 5 championships and people will still be overlooking him a little bit, right? They give him props as the greatest such and such, right? But they're not going to say that he's this and that. They're not going to, he's going to get forgotten a lot because Kareem gets forgotten a lot. And I always bring up Kareem. I always bring up Tim Duncan. Two of the greatest basketball players that people barely talk about is Kareem and Tim Duncan. And if you want to add a third player in there, it's probably Bill Russell, even though I think Bill Russell is overrated in some ways. But, I mean, it is what it is. Edwards is only 24. Yeah, he got some time. He got some time. He got some time to become a superstar. He got some time to be the face of the league. Oh, the Warriors made a comeback in this bullshit game. What? I mean, they're not going to go nowhere without Jimmy Butler. What the hell wrong with Draymond Green? Look like he just But you got Draymond Green, you got Al Horford, you got Kristaps Porzingis. You're gonna have Jimmy Butler back next season. This is not a bad basketball team. It really isn't a bad basketball team. What movies anybody seen lately? If you're watching TV shows, please watch Daredevil. Go to Daredevil. No, definitely not 4 teams. No. Definitely not. Small market teams have a place. They have a place. I just think guys that's like transcendent basketball players, I think they don't want to play on small markets. I think the big names, the faces of the league don't want to be on small market teams. They want to be on the Celtics. They want to be on the Lakers. They want to be on the Bulls. They want to be on the Knicks to a certain extent. They want to be the Lakers, right? And the history of basketball, the reason why some of these teams got so much championships is because guys, all the marquee basketball players go to the big market teams. How many championships Minnesota won? 0. It's because they don't get enough marquee basketball players to keep so they could win championships. They all leave. Kevin Garnett left to go to Boston to win a championship. That's a big market team. That's the Celtics, historic Celtics. This is why all the big market teams are always winning most of the time. It's not common to see a team like OKC win the championship. Yeah. Oh, without a doubt. He'd definitely get more interest. He'd be known more because some people don't know about Anthony Edwards. But if Anthony Edwards was like on the Knicks or something, yeah, he'd definitely get put. Look at Steph Curry, all-time great, boy. All-time great. Look at Jimmy Butler. He's like, yeah, I like it. But your ass injured. You can't come back and play. Man, the Warriors trying to jack up a playoff spot just to lose. Y'all trying to go home? I would like to see the Warriors and OKC, though. I think that'd be fun. I got Amazon Prime for free. So, I only keep it when basketball is on. So I go on and off, but I don't pay for Amazon Prime. I don't pay for these streaming services. I'm not wasting my money on these streaming services. Tough shot for Steph Curry. What is that, dude? The dude's an all-time great, man. I never seen guys shoot like this and make shots like this. He makes shots where people are draped all over him. Now, I don't pay for none of those services. I never seen a guy shoot 3-point shots like Steph Curry. He's the greatest 3-point shooter I ever seen. I never seen no play. I don't care what era it is. I never seen a player like that before. This man can make shots where you draped all over him. It's literally nothing you could do to stop his 3-point shot. Once it's up, it's up. I've never seen a guy shoot like that before. He's one of the few guys that really amazes me. I'm shocked. As long as I've been watching basketball, he always hits me with the shock factor. Like, I'm not shocked by the things LeBron James do because he's 6'8". He does things like a 6'8" guy is supposed to. He does layups. He dunks the ball. But what Steph Curry does, It's just out of this world, right? It's just out of this world crazy stuff. Hit threes from the parking lot. It's crazy stuff. The Clippers are such a choke artist. This team is so trash. Teams can't get leads no more because nobody play no defense. All it is just a shooting contest. You score, I score. You score, I score. And sometimes when you miss a shot or two, that's it. You lose the game. But if you got stops, you would have won. If the Clippers got stops, they would have won this game. See what Draymond Green did? That's a defensive play. If the Clippers did something like that consistently, they would have won this game. You cannot win basketball games without playing defense. You will lose most of the time. Hoop Facts was here a couple of days ago. Shout out to Hoop Facts. But you can't win basketball games if you don't play defense. That's why I say teams that win defense mostly wins the championship. Because anybody could score. Can you get some stops? If you can't get stops, you're not going to win. You have to be able to get stops, especially when it counts most. You have to get stops. Anybody can score. Can you stop somebody in key plays? And the team that plays consistent defense will win. That's why OKC wins. Do you remember the defense they were playing last year? The minute you put the ball down, they steal the ball from you. You couldn't even dribble the basketball last year without OKC stealing the ball from you. Talking about Luke get fired. Probably does. Wow. Golden State comes back. Kawhi Leonard need to get traded. Holy shit, Kawhi Leonard script by Draymond Green. Good defense. See? Defense give you wins. Look at that. Look how important defense is. Draymond Green, awesome defensive play. That's how you play defense, Draymond Green. Now that's type of stuff will win you championships. A guy that could play defense like that consistently will win you championships. That's why the Warriors got 4. He may not score too much, but look at that defense. When Draymond Green wants to, he could be a good defensive basketball player. The man could play some defense, without a doubt. And that's how you win basketball games, ladies and gentlemen. You play defense. You can score all the points you want, but if you don't get no stops, you ain't going nowhere. That was a big play. That was a big play. Draymond Green script the ball from Kawhi Leonard. Give me that shit. Give me that shit. And Kawhi got him hurt a little bit. His legs was hurt. Look at that. Got him locked up again. And Kawhi Leonard's supposed to be a defensive player. So you should be able to appreciate that. Yeah, that's the problem. You can't be saying people going to win the championship before the season starts. Yeah, Kawhi got shut down. Look at that. 2 plays, Kawhi got shut down. He should be able to appreciate that. But he likes defense. Good win for the Warriors. Good win for the Warriors. But that's how you play some defense. That's how you play defense. Look at this. Y'all don't know about this, man. Conan the Barbarian. What y'all know about this? I put it down for y'all. What do y'all know about this? Do y'all know anything about this? Some of y'all probably haven't even seen this movie before. This is one of the greatest movies of all time. Only problem is they never make a sequel. They never made a sequel. But they should make a sequel. They never made a fucking sequel, but they should make a sequel. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. They're gonna lose to Phoenix. They should be able to beat Phoenix, though. Phoenix is another trash basketball team. Okay, so how this goes? The Warriors got to win one more game? Hey, Google, how long is Jimmy Butler out?
Butler is out for the rest of the current NBA season with a torn right ACL, which he suffered back in January. The typical recovery time for an injury like that is 9 to 12 months, which means the Golden State Warriors expect him to miss at least the start of the next season. He's been seen off his crutches recently, but a full return likely won't happen until a decent stretch into the 2026-2027 season. Do you want to know anything else about the Warriors?
No, that's it. Hey, Google, no, that's it. Google just told me that Jimmy Butler's out for the whole season. I didn't know that. I was just about to say maybe he could come back. Yeah, Kawhi got to get the fuck out of LA. Hey, Google, stop. Yeah, yeah. Kawhi got to get out of there. I mean, we all know Kawhi was only staying on the Clippers because he was doing that illegal stuff with getting money. But the jig is up. So, Kawhi, you ain't getting no more illegal money. You might as well just leave. You got to excuse me a little bit. I'm coughing because I told you I was feeling under the weather, but I'm still here, man. He actually should have stayed in Toronto. He probably would have won one more championship in Toronto. I don't know if it would have been there next year. I think Kawhi would have won another championship in Toronto if you kept that team intact, because those guys would have stayed if Kawhi stayed. I don't know if they would have won the next year, but they probably would have won a year after. He would have got another championship one way or the other, if you ask me. That's all I'm saying. That's my belief. I think he would have got another championship if he stayed in Toronto. We're never going to know. We will never know. The fuck, man. You know. And winning is always a good thing. So another championship on Kawhi's resume would have been good. No. Great clutch performance by Steph Curry. I look at that to give him the MVP chain. I don't know. What the fuck is that? Are they giving new awards now? Yeah, Giannis is leaving. Giannis is leaving. Giannis is a goner. No. You know, it's 2026. I can't go a year without. Every year I go somewhere. You know, so International P will be back. You know, any country you guys recommend me to go? Name me a country that you think should be the best place to go right now. Don't send me no place where, you know, there's a war going on and I could get, you know, kidnapped or some shit. Rockets beating your Lakers though. Without, man, come on. Without Austin Reeves and Luka, you really think you're going to beat a healthy Rockets team? You're going to lose by default, bro. Lakers are done. But it'd be fun to watch. I've been to Thailand before. But you can always go back. Since you brought it up, I may do Thailand again then, since you brought it up. You know what I'm saying? Thailand's a good country, though. Yeah, but your role players, even if your role players do good, you still need Luka and Austin Reeves. You need a closer. Those role players is not good enough to stop Houston's players. Houston got their full swag. They got KD, and on top of that, they got those borderline all-stars on their team. Without Luka, you ain't winning. Luka's the reason why you have the record that you have. Luka's the top 5 player in the league. He was an MVP candidate. No Luka, no win. It's fair to say the Lakers season is up. Even if your role players play good, it's not enough because you need Luka. You can't win without your best players. Basketball always comes down to your best players. And you're missing 2 of them. If you have like an 8-man rotation, you're missing 2 of them. But he may come back late first round. Well, you heard that. Chi-Town says second round. Yeah, man. We shall see. Yeah, you're true. That's true. You never know. You never know. And for all you gaming fans out there, GTA 6 is coming. GTA 6 is coming. All right. One of the most hyped up, most wanted games in video game history. Grand Theft Auto 6. It's going to take over. And also, if you're a PlayStation gamer, Wolverine comes out in September. There's 4 games that you should keep in mind of. Actually, 5. If you're going to play video games, buy these 5 games. Wolverine, a game called Saros, Gears of War, GTA 6, and Phantom Blade Zero. You need those games in your life. Those are 5 games that you should buy this year. Every other game, fuck them. Buy those games. I mean, I got like over 200 games. I don't even play half of them shit. You get the deal. But anyway, everybody have a good one. They broke down some of this game. Again, ain't nothing but gangster. Where is it? Where is it? Are you gonna share the screen? Maybe it's ready. Why is it not playing?
Which is funny, because until I've had my coffee, I don't give a fuck about anything.
We can't see this dude sound, but I just put it in here because it's funny. It's talking about coffee. But this dude do sound desperate.
Spelled backwards is EFOC, which is funny, because until I've had my coffee, I don't give a fuck about anything.
Peace.